There are those little roof-like structures here, sort of blanket that's over there with this dome on top here and a structure at the back, very curious structure. But you can see all the green that's out there. Got some nice shots that I got. You can see some purple in the green here. Another object right there I hadn't even seen. Symmetrical. So see out here, they look more round, you understand? Because it's so far out. And it's actually due to the libration and oscillation of the moon is the reason why we're seeing them rounded. NASA did tell some truth in that when they talked about it being inverted or convex, and that we're seeing the craters convexed like mounds actually because of the oscillation, but I don't know. And look at these structures. These are symmetrical structures on the surface. It's a dome shape with a very massive entrance there at the front. And there are lots of these structures that you can see on the surface, and they're not at all craters. See this? This is a cover, that's built. It's to hide. When you back out, it still doesn't look real. It doesn't look natural. I can see it, like it sticks out. It really sticks out like a sore eye. And here we are a lot closer. You can see the magnificent growth right there, or green anomaly. The cover down here to hide other structures. These are all my photos, by the way. All the photos that are on this channel are my photos that are taken by me. And I'd actually appreciate it if anyone sees them on someone else's page to give me a heads up. Thanks a lot. And look, we're seeing blue or purple here mixed with the green in this section here. All of the section on top here. This is sinus iridum right here. We can see it. And behind sinus iridum, you have these other spherical objects, which they are obviously called craters. They're not in any way craters. We can see the city at the top here, very pronounced. Blue crystalline, whether it be glass or another light that's over it. It's emanating this light that's really giving us a hard time to see the surface also, aside from the smoke, of course. A lot of green up here. Mossy patches for sure. I'd go as far as even saying trees. And the color around Aristarchus crater, down there on the left, we're going to go see it. It's just absolutely amazing. TechnoThanks made a nice video on his page the other day. We made lots of them, but Aristarchus crater is a video that he did recently talk about. Very recent, so check it out, TechnoThanks. And the surface, as TechnoThanks said, it is completely different than we see in photos by NASA and by anyone in general. This is, it's incredible. There are so much details on the surface beside Aristarchus crater. So anyways, to make a long story short, let's go and see Aristarchus crater right now. So we'll start by Aristarchus crater, and then we'll pan our way up here on the green all the way to the other city on this side. Where light's inside the craters. This whole entire photo is only structures everywhere. And because we're further out right now in the photo, we don't see the structures. Imagine how, this is a nice photo. This is a nice view there, we see it well. See sinus iridum's right there, so look at the terrain, guys. This is the real surface. This is what it looks like. This is the color. I'm not alone to say that there's color on it. Just an overall beautiful photo showing all the proof. Could the moon have an atmosphere? People are having a hard time wrapping their minds around this one. I know it. I even had a lot of drops in the views. I'm assuming it has to do with this because it's just basically overwhelming. But you know, it's the truth, and this is what has to get out there, guys. It's more than growth, eh? I think they're massive trees, guys. At the back. Massive mountains and trees. Of course, Aristarchus crater. There's the glass-like structures. They're all blue, whether it be a shadow or could be two. Very interesting. There's one right here, but it's white. It's hiding. I mean, this would give reason for us to go see on the moon what's up there, right? Why isn't NASA and everyone, all the other space stations telling us this? And now I got another problem. Let's leave NASA alone for a while, eh? China. Hi, friends. What's going on? You went to the moon. What's all this green stuff on the moon? Why aren't you talking about it to your people or to the rest of the world? We're waiting for your comments on the colors that are on the surface of the moon. You must have brought back some purple rocks along like Buzz and Neil, right? Craters are not craters. I just can't get over it. Even the blue domed glass. Hey, don't move. It's so far, but I'm sure you guys can see it from there. It's sticking out right there. A mound, like a dome, right there inside these other white structures. These are all structures, just like beside Plato crater. We'll go in and see a lot closer. Like I said, no jokes. Can you see where that circular green spot right there is? Well, in the middle, there's a humongous gray structure, massive. And little ones follow all the way around it. Try to go in without getting those darn lines, because I really don't like getting those anymore. We're already seeing the structures, but you could see inside it there very well with the other structures alongside it. And there are actually even green structures inside over the green. Elevated levels once again. As up here, there's a lot back there, even colors, and you could see all this structure again, alien structure, and there again, right there with that inside. And look here, see how they're placed? Doom, 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 doom. It's, you know, it's hard to believe that we thought it was snow, but no, because we were out so far, so you can't see it. But when you move in, you go, wait a minute, everything's straight and symmetrical. And inside the walls of this massive city are all these structures right there. Look at all the shapes, guys, on the surface, and we're seeing it clearly. So look at these structures down here. See that? Overhead view of the city. There it is right there. Now, these are pretty nice views of the surface. Getting a nice clear day shot of the sun beating down over the city, the moon causing all this green grass, trees, whatever, to shine all over the surface. Gemstones. One thing is for sure, when they clarify the surface of the moon and they start actually telling us what's there, well, this is what we'll see. Because it's there, and you can clearly see it. All the elevated levels, mountainous terrain, all around these domed rocks. Well, talk about colorful. Sinus iridum at the bottom here. And this is behind it, getting really close now. We're right there on that beautiful surface. Look at the colors. Wow. Looks like a bunch of gems on the surface. It's so colorful. Crazy colors. And this is what it looks like, the moss. With a sepia tone, the moss is over these structures hiding the terrain. And this structured terrain is what makes the mountains. Imagine seeing this on the moon with all the moss and green over it, and we'd be really low, so this would be massive. It would be quite overwhelming. Whether platforms or structures, fake mountains or something, it's there, and it's not natural, and there's lots of this construction on the moon. It's covered in green usually, so we're seeing it here in the sepia tone. And here, the craters, notice how the craters have very flat surfaces, and the structures are all sitting on top of them. So flat craters with structures on top of it. Another thing, look at this.